Hello everyone, this is Albert Espinoza and this is week 7 of our MPA 545 course with Professor Curtis at CBU. And in this week's multimedia presentation, I will be summarizing information I found from a video, 2 scholarly articles, and the post from Forbes regarding conflict management. I will also be providing everyone with a conflict example, which I've dealt with here at the City of Rancho Cucamonga, and the type of training to consider for other supervisors in the department and how to implement it. So with that, let's get started. The first article I found was titled Enhancing the Capacity of Organizations to Deal with Disputes. And this scholarly article makes the point that conflict is not detrimental to the workplace and that conflict is part of the essence which contributes to the durability of any organization. So disputes happen in the context of work relationships and within the structures of just everyday normal activities. The presence of conflict should not lead people to believe that any organization in any shape, way, or form is malfunctioning, and confrontation and negotiation are better tools for conflict resolution than avoidance or toleration. The article touched that conflict should not be hidden or suppressed, instead respected and prized to bring out the peacemakers, mediators, ombudspersons of the organizations to assist with handling disputes and disagreements in any workplace setting. The news article I found online on Forbes Coaches Council titled 5 Conflict Management Strategies goes into some details of how a manager should go about dealing with conflict at work. The first is to use conflict as an opportunity for everyone to listen, develop, learn, and grow to reach an innovative approach to the issue at hand. Second, building a culture of giving and receiving feedback is important to create dialogue, engagement, and to help build that trust within the team. As managers, we should resist jumping to conclusions and understand the conflict from both sides before making any type of decisions. The next one is don't use email to handle the conflict. It should be managed face-to-face by the supervisor to give the full attention of both individuals or groups to help navigate through the conflict. And then finally, when it's appropriate, incorporate some storytelling and humor to potentially ease the burden of confrontation and hopefully soften the mood. And by taking these simple steps, this can help managers be confident and build their courage to create a healthy workplace environment where conflict shouldn't be perceived only as a negative, but also as a positive to help build the team and bring staff closer together. The video I found online titled HR Basics Workplace Conflict mentions anytime people work together, conflict is bound to occur because no two individuals have the same expectations and desires, and conflict is just a natural part of the workplace. Conflict occurs because of miscommunication, different values and interests, lack of resources in which individuals compete for, personality clashes, and potentially poor performance by a person or a team. The video went into details of the Thomas Kilmann model, which illustrates 5 different options people can choose to handle a conflict. First one being competing, where someone is looking to win by standing up for their rights, defending their position in order to beat the other side. There's collaborating, where people are looking for that win-win approach, where there's that mutual respect and everyone's trying to come up with a creative solution to the problem. There's compromise, where both sides get something but not everything. This is that middle ground. There's avoiding, where people are sidestepping the issues, maybe not dealing with it and withdrawing themselves from the situation. There's also accommodating, where someone is showing potentially generosity and giving in and yielding their own point to satisfy someone else. From this video, what I liked is we shouldn't limit ourselves to a single style of dealing with conflict. Instead, we need to be adaptive to the situation and use the right approach for the different conflicts. There is no one best way to solve conflict, so we must rely on the different styles based on the specific situation of the conflict. The next article I found was titled What Sticks? How to Transfer Conflict Resolution Training from the Workshop to the Workplace. And this was a scholarly article about a study done at 2 Canadian medical schools, 102 participants, to find out what residents and faculty reported having learned from their conflict resolution training immediately after the workshop and how they applied their training in the workplace for about a year. The training itself involved small group tasks, role-playing, demonstrations, and open discussions, which focus on 5 key elements, which were treating conflict as an opportunity to make change, taking the time to resolve an issue, not just shoot from the hip, taking a moment to consider other people's perspectives before jumping into any conclusions, having a greater self-awareness of individuals' own emotions as well as other people's to know what hot buttons are. And then finally, listening is a skill that most individuals learned from the workshop and really took to heart. The journal did make the point that some form of conflict resolution training is critical in any work environment, and that even a 2-day training can have a lasting impact on participants. Staff continue to work on their skills learned in the training to gain confidence in de-escalating any tense and emotional situation, even after a year from the original training. The conflict at work involved my 2 superintendents who were in disagreement on who should get a new hire because of limited resources. And in this scenario, as a deputy public works director, I acted as both a mediator and an arbitrator, brought both gentlemen together, listened to both sides, asked many questions, and guided both of them towards an agreement with some persuasion and nudging from my part. In the end, we did come up with a compromise where this new hire would be shared by the 2 divisions, especially now that we are limited in resources because of revenue shortfalls. Conflict management is a topic about emotions, so in-person training would be preferred. I would like to bring in a consultant who specializes in conflict management to expose the team to different styles and approaches to conflict resolution. And I would want to have role-playing exercises to help the team with different scenarios and allow them to practice and make mistakes in a safe environment. On-the-job training and along with mentoring are important for everyone to experience, and the organization needs to know that mistakes will be made, but that individuals will learn, especially with such a difficult subject. Here are my references for the assignment. Can't wait to see your comments and see your videos this week. Have a great one and God bless. Bye.